It's been 20 years since Indian economy opened up. 1991, we started becoming more external focused, and now every entrepreneur, every businessman is looking to expand in global markets. But before you think about expanding in global market, the fundamental question that you should ask is it needed? Will there be a product need for your product in global market? Second, if you actually start competing in those markets, how will you compete with local players? For example, let's say you're doing a software services. There absolutely is huge opportunity for you to expand in global markets because you have cost advantage against local players. But if you are doing wedding services, right? If you are building up, if you're doing food services, it might be very, very difficult for you to expand in global market because first there may be far less demand for your product, and second, it will be very difficult for you to compete with local players. So once you decide, I actually have a differentiated product, I have an advantage over local players in global market, you should think of expanding in global market. That one decision needs to be taken. Once you decide that I want to expand in global market, there are two things that you need to keep in your mind. One, how do I go there? How do I sell my products there? And second, when I'm there, how do I compete? So when you're thinking about reaching to global markets, there are two ways, or actually three ways you can reach there. One is web. So what you can do is you can start selling your product. If your software product, you can start selling over web. Second is through partnerships. You can have joint ventures, alliances with local players, who will provide you easy access to local market in the language that the customers want the product to be delivered. The third is you just hire people. So hire people in Sri Lanka's and Brazil's and Indonesia's who are going to go and sell your products. These are three typical methods that a company uses to access global markets. That you can use one of these depending on what is your capital situation, and how aggressive you want to push through. The second is how you compete. For competition, again, you have to think about how you deliver your product. If it is software product that you can deliver over web, you just customize it and it starts working. If it's physical product, then you have to ship it. The most important things when you're thinking of going to global market is the end result. Whatever you do, ultimately you're going to be there competing against local players who are already there or who will copy you. You have to think about what is your differentiation, what is your unique selling proposition that makes you better than them. If you have one and you have one that is very, very strong, you'll compete, you'll succeed, and you'll win. The fundamental question that you need to ask even before you start thinking whether you should expand in global market is, how will you compete once you're there and how you will get there. Typically, if you're running a business which is all virtual, web acquisition of the customers, web serving of the customers, no manual intervention required, it's very easy. Web is global, your company is global. You can immediately go to global markets without any problem. But if it requires manual intervention, if you require people on ground to run it, to be able to make the services live in that particular country, it's going to be not that easy. You basically will have to hire people or you'll have to have partnership. So you have to be prepared in that case to be able to spend significant money in hiring people and setting offices in those countries when you globally expand. Typically, there are two things when you need to keep in mind once you decide that I want to expand globally. One is how you are going to get into the market, acquire customers, and second, how you are going to serve those customers once you're there, because you'll be competing against local players very, very quickly.